All right, I'm kind of pissed. I fucking recorded 103 knowing that it was 7 minutes behind for whatever fucking reason. So I recorded the news to catch up and get the ending. And for some reason, it's fucking deleted. So this fucking episode, guess what? You're going to miss the last 7 minutes, which might be just the fucking inbox, fucking commercials, and an outro. But still, it fucking burns my biscuits. All right? I spent a lot of time folding that dough by hand, and for you to burn my biscuits like you just gave me an STD via my fucking green tea. It's not a green tea STD. If I wanted that, I could make it myself. Here's your stupid fucking show from January 30th. Here's a little Nightline. Here. Watch Nightline for fucking 10 minutes. Go waste your life.
ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 5.
Gangsters. Hey, let's celebrate gangsters.
Finally, as we heard tonight, the late Dante Barksdale said to men and women he met in conflict, people who were angry and bent on revenge, the most gangster thing in the world, he would say, is forgiveness. Ministers and therapists have told us for years, hurt people hurt people. This evening, we've been reminded, healed people also heal people. That's Nightline for this evening. Thank you to the good people of Baltimore and Jackson and New York who allowed us in.
Hurt people is something that doctors came up with based on truth. Heal people is fucking fictional bullshit that fucking Hollywood and television networks, and not necessarily Hollywood, but television networks. Heal people is some bullshit television stations fucking came up with out of thin air to fucking try to fucking trick you and to fucking throw out there to fucking brainwash young fucking kids that don't know any better. So they grow up thinking that and saying it, and it'll become common fatter in the next 10 years. And that's how you change the world, right?
And thanks for the company, America. Good night.
Oh, thanks. And now what, we got fucking 5 minutes of fucking commercials? What is this shit?
Told us for years, hurt people hurt people. This evening, we've been reminded, healed people also heal people. That's Nightline for this evening. Thank you to the good people of Baltimore and Jackson and New York who allowed us in. And thanks for the company, America.
What, to follow gangs?
Friday, a stalker hunting women. A young mother vanishes. Another mother gunned down. And then
a minivan pulls up. I'm the one that got away.
all new 2020 Friday night.
My name is Marie. I'm 49 years old. And
No
I'm
way. You don't look a fucking day over 46. You can pass for like 43, maybe 42. But look, here's the show starting. I'm confused then. Then it wasn't episode 103. I don't fucking know anymore. Eat my dick. All of you, eat my dick. Naomi Watts, eat my dick. Diane Lane, eat my dick. Demi Moore, eat Ashton Kutcher's dick. Baby, you're no good. That's terrible. Pitchy on the fucking second half of the first half of the fucking vocal drop.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, star of the new film Argylle, Bryce Dallas Howard. Lady for retirement at any age, as we continue our Super Seniors Week. Also, your comments and thoughts when the co-hosts open up the inbox. All this online. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelo.
Good morning, Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. January is
Gone.
Yeah. That's it?
That's it. Now, I think we have one more day.
Yeah, one more day. 30 days after
So, what did you do last night?
What did you do last night?
Well, I went with you to a concert.
A concert?
The Madonna concert.
Were you there? Were you there? Anybody there? Yeah, you were there. Okay. I mean, we're the only 3 people brave enough to show up this morning. Because, let me tell you something. Okay. So I've had a 40-year relationship with Madonna. Okay?
In your mind.
In my mind. In my mind, to be clear.
You've been eating Madonna's vagina?
Last night, something happened that I can't really put into
that
words.
That explains why you're so bad at picking men. It's because you have secretly been performing cunnilingus on Madonna and a blow-up doll made from the carbon copy of Madonna. And she's a blow-up doll herself, so who knows what the blow-up doll looks like? It probably looks like...
Because...
It probably looks like fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Let me tell you
the people you work with your fucking hair. Look at this. The blonde hair. Look at this. And now the dark... Look at the darker roots that dyed. Look, it's a little longer. Almost like they died a little longer. Like they're slowly dying little by little. And like in the next week or two, she's going to have completely like different hair. Instead of blonde, it's going to be dark blonde. Blondish.
Okay. So I've had a 40-year relationship with Madonna.
Okay. Be a cunnilingus.
In your mind.
In my mind. In my mind, to be clear. But last night, something happened that I can't really put into words.
By watching Madonna perform, I realized that I no longer want to be married to Mark. And I desire women. Old women. My first girlfriend will be Andy Cohen. He tucks his dick in between his thighs and makes one hell of a mangina.
And that I can't really put into words. Should we just show it?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
It's a dream.
Yes, I just want to show you what happened last night. That's me walking up on stage.
I mean, this is unbelievable.
I'm glad that you guys have this footage because I don't remember this. Yes, they handed me a football and I had to throw it.
I saw that. I know that's so. Yeah, you did a great job throwing it. And so you were judging.
That's Madonna's daughter, Esther.
You were judging the.
We're judging the Vogue dancers. The Vogue dancers, yeah. Thank you so much, Kelly. You've been a wonderful guest.
Could you hear any of that?
No. Okay, so thank you for being happy. If you watch the show every day, you know what that means to me. Because
I know what it means to you, too.
You know what it means. It's so funny. I turned around and we were with our fun group. It was you and me and
Jason Weinberg
and Demi Moore and Christopher Buckle and Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen.
Yeah.
So we go to a lot of Madonna concerts together. We're kind of like we're Madonna's
groupies. The oldest groupies in the world.
Exactly. So there we all were. And I kept turning around because I was like, can you believe this is happening? And Anderson and Andy are like...
You're like a gang, and you want to go challenge the Warriors, if anyone can find them.
Exactly. So there we all were, and I kept turning around because I was like, can you believe this is happening? And Anderson and Andy are like... dying. They're literally dying. They're screaming. They're laughing. They cannot believe it. I can't believe it. And I look at Mark, who is there with his cell phone camera, and like you had the look of a monument on your face.
I was trying to concentrate.
You were really.
I wanted to get it in Zoom, and then
I was like,
who knew? I would have just watched it because they gave you the best footage ever.
But your footage is so valuable. It's sentimental.
It was so funny. I had an entire conversation with myself up there. Okay, be cool.
Okay, check. You did that.
No. Be cool.
You did it.
Don't look too eager.
You did that. Check.
Don't grab her too tight or too hard or do anything that might flag security as risky.
You may have straddled the line there.
I don't know. Don't hug her too hard where her bustier comes loose. Is that a bustier she's wearing? I know that word from a movie. Bustier.
You did it.
Don't look too eager.
You did that. Check.
Don't grab her too tight or too hard or do anything that might flag security as risky. No. Be cool.
You did it.
Don't look too eager.
You did that. Check.
Don't grab her
pussy
or too hard or do anything that might flag security as risky.
You may
grab her too tight or too hard or do anything that might flag security as risky.
You may have
do anything that might flag security as risky.
Okay, we're not.
You did it.
Don't look too eager.
You did that. Check.
Don't grab her
pussy
too hard or do anything that might flag security as risky.
You may have straddled the line there.
And then they said to me at the end, because they're telling you all of this as they're taking you over. They're like, you're going to go up on stage with Madonna. And at that point, Kelly Ripa, died. And so the ghost of Kelly is now walking over. And I'm hearing words, but they're not really making sense. She's going to give you a football. You're going to have cards in your hands. Things are going to happen. And I am just sort of going, why are you talking to me?
Right.
I died. I died. Shouldn't the paramedics come?
Yeah.
Anyway, so as I was up there, I had this cohesive thought. Kelly, do not look too eager. And when they take your photo, keep your mouth shut.
Impossible.
And this is me keeping my mouth shut. This is a close-up of me keeping my mouth shut. That's my mouth shut. In my mind, I'm like, I'm doing it. My mouth is completely closed. So I look cool, just like Madonna. It was such,
I think about you. The first time you saw her in concert,
I was a teenager.
You were 13 years old?
Yeah.
13 years old at the Spectrum in Philadelphia?
Yep.
Last row?
Last year we bought scalper tickets, and Mark's like, "Are you going to tell this story? Do your parents know?" And I was like, "Well, they."
Yeah,
don't.
you were afraid.
I was like, "I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't tell this story."
No, tell it, because you weren't supposed to be there. You didn't tell them that you went to the concert.
No,
they would never let you go at 13 years old. So what did you tell them you were doing?
I was babysitting.
And so when you came home super late, what did they say?
The parents were late.
I was babysitting.
Okay.
But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I spent all of my money on these scalped tickets, and we sat in one of the very last rows of the Philadelphia
How much
Spectrum.
were they?
And if you had told me,
13-year-old,
I'm going to get emotional.
Yeah.
If you had told me, Kelly, 40 years from now, you are going to be on stage with Madonna.
With your mouth agape.
With your mouth hanging open.
Right? There you go. Complete her
Like
sentences
you
for
don't
her.
belong.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's show it frequently. Let's keep that picture in the lower left-hand portion of the screen for the whole show. I
was so proud of you. You looked gorgeous. You were so cool. She loves you.
I love her.
She loves you.
I have to tell you.
The show is great. That show is so good.
If you haven't gone to see the show, I have to tell you,
go see the show.
Try your hardest to get a ticket, because she really, the thing she's always done, and what I dialed into, like in my early years of Madonna fandom, all the way through, is that she tells a story. She tells a story with every show. But this show, she tells the entire story. Yeah. Like from her early years of, you know,
she moved. It was funny. She said when she first moved to New York, she lived across the street from Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So to be able to be there 40 years later, and she said it was like the 35th time she's performed at MSG.
Yeah.
She's for an artist, for a recording artist, it's the mecca to perform at Madison Square Garden.
And Andy and I were doing the math. Yeah. We were trying to figure out all the times we saw her in Madison Square Garden. You know, like we were like, well, let's see. This has got to be at least like the 20th time we've seen her at Madison Square Garden.
And you look beautiful. You're wearing the same makeup that you wore last night.
Oh, I slept in my
your hair.
So last night, as like. So I start like bargaining with myself. Okay, I'm not going to get any sleep, but here's what's going to happen.
Trade-off.
I'm going to sleep sitting up. I'm not going to do my hair. I'm not going to do my makeup. I'm just going to sleep like this.
I think it looks pretty good.
And Christopher was like, okay. And Ryan was like, let's do wet look hair. And I go, okay, but I'm not going to do my hair again tomorrow. I'm just going to sleep in it.
It looks great.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So you're welcome, audience.
Yeah. Songs.
See, and for me, you say we're going to do wet look hair. To me, I don't know what that means. Like wet look hair. I mean, it's your hair is wet. Like, is that what wet look hair is? We just wet your hair. So why is it called wet look hair? Why don't we just call it wet hair? Instead of saying we'll do wet look hair, why don't you say we'll do wet hair? Because it's wet hair. It's not wet hair. It was wet, but when it's wet, you put mousse in it, and it keeps that kind of sheen. Can I touch it? Is it crunchy? I used to use mousse when I was a teenager. I switched to gel, but it leaves your hair like really super hard. Like I call it crunchy, where you could squeeze it and it goes.
Going to be great.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So you're welcome, audience.
Yeah. Songs that you hear at the dentist. Speaking of Madonna, you'll never hear Madonna at the dentist. Music's role in the waiting room.
Depends on what dentist you go to.
Is more than just background noise. It could actually impact patients' experience of the treatment. In a survey of musical preferences.
Like the way he should let you talk. Maybe you're made for each other. You're both fucking nuts just talking over each other. You both know you couldn't do any better.
Songs that you hear at the dentist. Speaking of Madonna,
Is it elevator music or is it actual real songs? You're probably going to hear like, whatever pop music is. Like, I'm going to say Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, the Jonas Brothers, Harry Styles. Pick the last 5 years worth of Grammy nominees. All the Grammy nominees that were nominated for pop songs over the last 10 years is who you'll hear.
I think it looks pretty good.
And Christopher was like, and Ryan was like, let's do wet look hair. And I go, okay, but I'm not going to do my hair again tomorrow. I'm just going to sleep in it.
It looks great.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So you're welcome, audience.
Yeah. Songs that you hear at the dentist. Speaking of Madonna, you'll never hear Madonna at the dentist. Music's role in the waiting room.
Depends on what dentist you go to.
Is more than just background noise. It could actually impact patients' experience of the treatment. In a survey of musical preferences, many people said classical music is just the most relaxing genre. Of course, that sounds about right. Jazz jazz to me can go either way. It can make me a little not relaxed. Like in slow, it can get.
Jazz can give me anxiety.
It can give me anxiety.
It's funny. I always, the twice I've had an MRI, I've asked for Vivaldi.
Really?
Yeah, it made me very relaxed.
I've asked for reggae.
Yeah,
think about jazz music. I mean, imagine like fast jazz while, you know, listening. I mean,
that sounds about right. Jazz would be, it's jazz to me can go either way. It can make me a little not relaxed. Like in slow, you know, it can get.
Jazz can give me anxiety.
It can give me,
especially if it's fast jazz. I mean, picture listening to like fast jazz, like jazz at a faster tempo, like, and listening to fast jazz while you're watching a dentist approach your mouth with drills and needles, like like boom 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 da 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 da, but it's like lots of drums. Oh, he's just brushing my teeth. You know.
like in slow, you know, it can get.
Jazz can give me anxiety.
It can give me anxiety.
It's funny. I always. The twice I've had an MRI, I've asked for Vivaldi.
Really?
Yeah, it made me very relaxed.
I've asked for reggae.
Yeah, you love reggae.
Yeah, I listen to reggae and
Mark,
MRI.
When I first met Mark, you were so deep into reggae.
I still love it. I'm still deep into reggae.
No, I know you are, but it was like the only music you
listened to.
Yeah.
And what did you think?
I thought you were a fucking stoner. Did you like it, or did you pretend to like it because you liked me? What is this shit? What the fuck is this shit?
asked for Vivaldi.
Really?
Yeah, it made me very relaxed.
I've asked for reggae.
Yeah, you love reggae.
Yeah, I listen to reggae and
Mark,
MRI.
when I first met Mark, you were so deep into reggae.
I still love it. I'm still deep into reggae.
No, I know you are, but
like
it was like the only music you
listen to.
Yeah.
And what did you think?
You think I was a stoner?
I loved it. I was like, I wonder if there's room for, you know, I looked at Mark and I
liked it. I mean, I pretended to like it because I thought you're cute. I wondered if I thought to myself, I wonder if he's got a Jamaican dick. Did you wonder if I was a stoner? No, I wondered if you had a big black Jamaican dick is what I was wondering. And all I needed was 24 hours. All I needed was 6 hours to get that answer to my question.
And what did you think?
I loved it. I was like, I wonder if there's room for, you know, I looked at Mark and I was like, I see a future with this guy. At what point do I mention Madonna?
It was
the third party in her marriage.
I remember that conversation. I was a casual listener. I wasn't a super fan. I did not like her. I was like, I don't know. What is this Madonna?
You said I love La Isla Bonita.
I love La Isla Bonita.
And when she played it last night, did you see me? I turned away from the stage and I looked at Mark. I
think that's the perfect Madonna song amongst others. But I love that song.
Yeah.
It makes me think of, I don't know, what year was that, do you think?
85.
90.
No.
Scott, what do you think?
80.
No.
89.
Really?
I have to go back through the albums. Now I'm going back through the albums. But
that was like the high
80s.
School. Yeah. I remember that. That was a great song.
It was after Suddenly Susan and after Crazy For You and Live to Tell. So it had to be like 88 because it was before Vogue, or was it on the Vogue album? Was it on the same album as Vogue and Express Yourself when she had the amber hair in the video with the burning crosses?
back through the albums. But
yeah, that was like
it's the
high
80s.
school. Yeah, I remember that. That was a great song. Anyway, when you're waiting in the dentist office or in the doctor's office,
do they play reggae?
"Don't Stop Believing" by Journey is a really good song.
That is a great song.
Classical music, jazz, 33%, lo-fi, 20%. I'm not sure what that is.
What's lo-fi?
We discussed that. It's like low fidelity, unperfect music. Yeah, imperfect music. Sorry, 16% R&B and soul. I would love, when I'm waiting in the dentist office, like some electronic music.
No.
Oh yeah, dun 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 dun. Like, let's go.
Well, that must mean you're one of those people that get laughing gas for a tooth cleaning.
Oh yeah. I've only had laughing gas once. It's really interesting.
Me too.
I was with you when you had laughing gas.
Yeah, I know, because
I came to the office and sat with our dentist.
Our dentist was there, and I had to have some dental work done. And he's like, "You should get laughing gas." And I was like, "No, I don't need laughing gas. I'm not one of those people. I don't suffer tooth pain."
But you got it anyway.
But he told me I should try it.
Right, boy, you were zany.
I mean, I don't know what happened.
You were confessing to stuff you never did.
Like what?
I haven't, just crimes.
Oh. Well, we got to get to the show.
Let's get to the show.
There's a lot to. I want to talk about this stuff, but we've got to get to. We've got big stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Mark, listen. I'm going to talk to you. Also talking to our audience, Mark. Now that you have conquered. Well, we got to get to the show.
Let's get to the show. Our dentist.
Our dentist was there, and I had to have some dental work done. And he's like, "You should get laughing gas." And I was like, "No, I don't need laughing gas. I'm not one of those people. I don't suffer tooth pain."
But you got it anyway.
Some dental work? You mean getting fucking new teeth replaced because you fucking didn't brush them and shit when you were younger? You had to get your fucking new veneers. She goes, "I had to get some dental work." You mean veneers, like fake white teeth put in your mouth? Right? Hollywood wannabe?
He told me I should try it.
Right. Boy, you were zany.
I mean, I don't know what happened.
You were confessing to stuff you never did.
Like what?
I haven't, just crimes.
Oh. Well, we got to get to the show.
Let's get to the show.
There's a lot to. I want to talk about this stuff, but we've got to get to. We've got big stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Mark, listen. I'm going to talk to you. Also talking to our audience, Mark. Now that you have conquered our Halloween show, our Christmas sweater extravaganza,
boy.
Our next big milestone is hosting the After Oscar show.
I'm a little nervous.
You should be. You are going to walk onto that Oscar stage literally the morning after the Oscars. It feels
there's still residue. There's still star residue on stage.
It feels almost as good as this. It's almost this moment, but not quite.
Neither was Mark.
So yes. We are heading back to LA this year for the Oscars, and we want you, to join us. Take a look at that.
Roll out the red carpet. New York's hottest host, crushing Hollywood's biggest night. Throwing America's best after party. Live with Kelly and Mark after the Oscar show. Live from the Oscar stage at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California. Monday, March 11th. For tickets, go to our website.
That's a good little tape piece. So listen, if you're going to be in Los
I
Angeles,
can't fucking help it. I gotta see this fucking slow motion thing where he fucking she flips up her hair in slow motion, all glamorous,
Your stage, the Dolby Theater in
and then look at Mark in his tuxedo, look like he's trying to ask which way, where's my baseball?
California. Monday,
Right
March
there.
11th.
Whoever directed that did a bad job. They told him to look left, and they said turn now. And then the camera angle, they went up on a northeast angle. They went up and to the right.
The Oscar show.
Look, here's Kelly.
Your stage, the Dolby Theater.
Kelly's like, yay. And Mark's like, what? Look at it. You can even tell he's fucking sucking in his stomach, like he's trying to seem like. Talk about a really insecure loser.
So listen, if you're going to be in Los Angeles, in the area on March 11th, and want tickets to our after Oscar show live from the Dolby Theater, go to our website, get some tickets.
Now, just remember, your party days after the Oscars are over. Mark goes to.
I don't go to the Oscars. I just go to the parties.
He goes to all the parties.
Yeah, I want to see my buddies, my friends.
He'll call me. He's like, I'm here. You're never going to guess who's here. He tells me all the stories. I hear such amazing
Madonna has a party that night. It's good.
Yes, it's over for you.
Yeah.
You won't.
I can go. I just can't sleep. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All-nighter. Should I do an all-nighter? Why not? I should do an all-nighter. And we'll see. We'll see. I'll see how I feel about that.
Yeah, you're one of the. I mean, you can nap right at the party, and then
Yeah.
take a disco nap right there, and then wake up and come to work and report back to us.
It's happened.
Yeah.
It's happened before.
Yeah. Okay. On today's show, Bryce Dallas Howard is here.
Our strive for more in 24 super seniors week continues with tips for planning for retirement at any age.
Ed was briefing me backstage, and he was briefing me on like IRAs and funding things and math.
SCPs.
And I truly stared at him and I go, I have no idea what you just said. And I suspect that many of you are like me, and when people have complex or even simple financial discussions,
peanuts.
Noise starts happening. Noise started happening for me. So pay attention to this. Because
I'm all over it. I know all about this stuff.
You do?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. It's the real reason you all showed up today. It's time to play.
All right. Let's say hello to Melanie Horvath from Lake Worth, Florida, who watches the show on WPTV. Melanie, good morning. Who is that pup with you right there?
That's my little baby Hippo. He's the love of our life.
Hippo is your dog's name?
We've had him. He's going to be 4 in April.
Oh,
that's a great name for a dog.
Does he love that little doggy bed that you have there next to him?
Yeah, he likes the doggy bed, and he also likes to climb on the back of the couch on any type of pillow, like like an armrest type pillow, and he's up on the back of that.
Yep, I love when they do that. They make those dog beds for adults as well.
Yeah, I keep.
Oh my god. Hippo looks like a fucking orangutan.
Yeah, he likes the doggy bed, and he also likes to climb on the back of the couch on any type of pillow, like like an armrest type pillow, and he's up on the back of that.
Yep, I love when they do that. They make those dog beds for adults as well.
Yeah, I keep seeing him on Instagram.
Our college kid has a few of those for his roommates.
Yeah.
They love
Those are the fucking things that were on Shark Tank. Why didn't you say that's your job when you work for ABC, which Disney, the company owned by Disney, a parent company of Disney, whatever they say. That's your time to say they were on Shark Tank. Let her say it. She didn't say, you might have seen them on Shark Tank. They got doggy beds for humans. It's like, it's a doggy bed, but it's like, it's like 8 feet long and 5 feet wide. And it's a place where a human, but it's not, is it made for a human to sleep there? Or is that a place like for a human to lay down there while they're like watching TV? Or is that like literally a bed substitute? Do people put the adult size or put the human doggy beds in their bedroom and use it as a substitute for a bed? Or is it in the living room and like a substitute for a recliner? Like, how can you watch TV in that though, right?
Yeah, I keep seeing him on Instagram.
Our college kid has a few of those for his roommates.
Yeah.
They love it.
They live in their dog beds.
Okay. All right, Melanie. You know how this game works. You've given us 2 statements. One is true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you'll win this. Here are Melanie's statements. My son and niece and neighbor all have the same birthday as Lola Consuelos, or my anniversary is the same day as Mark's birthday.
Oh, fantastic. When's my birthday? That'll be the first stupid question he asks because he's a stupid dick licker. Here's my guess. No questions, no advantages, no clues. My son, niece, and neighbor all have the same birthday as Lola Consuelos. My anniversary is the same day as Mark's birthday. I'm going to say that the fact that her birthday is the same, or her and her husband's anniversary is the same as Mark's, it's one date having a common date with another one. It's 1 and 1. She said for Lola's birthday that there's multiple people. So what's more likely?
Here are Melanie's statements.
That 2 events share the same date, or that 3 events share the same date?
My son and niece and neighbor all have the same birthday as Lola Consuelos.
Wait, the famous musician? Same birthday. So what's more likely? 2 events sharing the same date, or 4 events sharing the same date? That's all I got to do. I'll go with fucking this next thing he's about to say is the truth.
Anniversary is the same day as Mark's birthday.
And if I'm wrong, I'll take the loss gladly.
Let's start with
because I use logic and common sense.
Yeah, what's your son's birthday? What day is that?
My son's birthday is June 16th, 1988.
Okay, and what sign is he?
They're Geminis.
That's right.
Yes, they are.
And 2 personalities.
Oh,
that's right. And your neighbor, what's your neighbor's name?
Her name is June.
Is she nice?
Yes, she's really nice. They're from Australia. They're actually the parents of the neighbors, but they stay there sometimes.
Oh, okay. All right, the parents of the neighbor. All right.
And when's your anniversary?
My anniversary is March 30th.
Oh, June's the girl. It's not her neighbor, but she just said that. But her parents are the neighbors. She just comes and visits.
And your neighbor, what's your neighbor's name?
Her name is June.
Is she nice?
Yes, she's really nice. They're from Australia. They're actually the parents of the neighbors, but they stay there sometimes.
Oh, okay. All right, the parents of the neighbor. All right.
And when's your anniversary?
Oh, I get it. Okay. So June is your neighbor, but really the owners of the owners of the house next to yours are the kids that are like in probably their 30s or 40s, I would say. And their parents come and stay at the house and visit a lot. And the mother that comes to visit is June, and that's the birthday. But she's just calling it the neighbor instead of saying my son, niece, and mother of my neighbor. They're the parents of her neighbors, but the parents visit a lot. That they see them so much, they might as well be part of the neighborhood. Isn't that sweet?
The neighbors, but they stay there sometimes.
Oh, okay. All right, the parents of the neighbor. All right.
And when's your anniversary?
My anniversary is March 30th, 1989.
Oh, wow. I graduated from high school in 1989.
So I didn't know you from the Stokes then.
So, okay, and where'd you go for your honeymoon?
Well, actually, I lived in Florida, and we went to the Bahamas for 1 day.
So your first season on Married with Children, or whatever, what is it called? So your first season, All My Children, your future husband was still in high school.
89.
So while you're sitting there getting your hair done at a fancy, ABC building little dressing room, getting ready to film a national soap, if someone comes up to you and says, your future husband's in high school right now, would you be like, what? No, I'm on TV. I'm going to start dating 25-year-old men. I'm going to start dating men between the ages of 24 and 30 that like a young piece of butt like me.
It's March 30th, 1989.
Oh, wow. I graduated from high school in 1989.
So I didn't know you from the...
Who gives a shit?
My anniversary is March 30th, 1989.
Oh, wow. I graduated from high school in 1989.
Who gives a crap?
So I didn't know you from the Stokes then.
So, okay, and where'd you go for your honeymoon?
I went up your ass. I went to Uranus.
89.
Oh, wow. I graduated from high school in 1989.
Who gives a crap? Who gives a
I
crap?
didn't know you from the Stoke then.
So,
I didn't
okay, and where'd you go for your honeymoon?
Well, actually,
What does that have to do? That's a stupid question. It's not going to help you. He probably already has his guess made up. He's just killing time.
the neighbors, but they stay there sometimes.
Oh, okay. All right, the parents of the neighbor. All right.
And when's your anniversary?
My anniversary is March 30th, 1989.
Oh, wow. I graduated from high school in 1989.
Who gives a crap? I didn't ask you that.
So then,
So, okay, and where'd you go for your honeymoon?
well, actually, I lived in Florida, and we went to the Bahamas for one day. We took a day cruise over to the Bahamas.
It's nice in the Bahamas in March. It is.
But Mark, it is nice. It's very nice in the Bahamas. But you forgot to mention my niece's birthday.
Oh,
Yeah, what's your niece's name?
Her name is Sarah,
Okay.
and she was born the exact same day as Lola.
Yeah.
the same year and everything?
Yep, same year and everything, 2001.
Okay.
But she was born in Akron.
She was what?
Africa?
Born in Akron, Ohio, because that's where I'm originally from.
Oh,
You know who also
well, that sucks. I mean, there could have been a chance that your sister and our daughter was, or that your daughter and our daughter. Oh, that's too bad. There might have been a chance that your niece and our daughter might have been sisters. Oh, she was born in Akron. Well, that's too bad. That ruins the mystery. For a minute there, I thought there was a chance that your niece and our daughter could have been sisters. I thought, there's a chance maybe your niece and our daughter would have been sisters.
From Akron, LeBron James.
Yeah, my son, my older son, well, Jeff, the one with his birthday, he has LeBron James tattooed on his side because the home of LeBron. And he was born at the same hospital.
Okay, great. That's great information.
So now Mark, here's the thing. Now Mark is thinking that because she talked about her son after the time ran out and she didn't have to and she's overdoing it, he's going to think that this is a lie, which is what I said. Now, there was a time where people knew that if you talk too much, he would think it's a lie. So they were talking too much on purpose to throw him off. So he says, this is a lie. He says this is a lie. This is the truth. And it turns out this is the truth. And this is a lie. That the anniversary and Mark's birthday is the same date as the truth when actually that's a lie. And that she's purposely talking too much to throw him off. But you can never tell if they're purposely talking too much to throw him off or if they're genuinely, organically talking too much because they can't shut up about the lie, trying to convince him because they don't know when to stop. You know, you ever heard someone say, hey, you already made the sale. Quit talking. Stop pitching me. You won. Now he has to decide, was that organic or was she doing that on purpose to throw me off? Like reverse psychology, right? I'm still going to stick with the anniversary and the same day as Mark's birthday. 2 events sharing the same day instead of 4. That's my guess.
Okay, great. That's great information.
Uh-oh.
All right, Melanie, chatty Melanie. I'm going to say that you are a good chooser. You choose the perfect day to get married because March 30th is it should be a national holiday as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to say you and I share a birthday and an anniversary.
Mark, I don't share it, but my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing. As far as my niece, you're wrong, Mark.
Just say, are you right or wrong? What are you doing?
I'm so excited.
Melody, that was an emotional roller coaster.
All right, now I got to fucking go here and fucking erase shit.
Not, I don't share it, but my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing as far as my niece. You're wrong, Mark.
You're wrong.
Melody, that was an emotional roller coaster.
Everybody loves you.
I share a birthday and an anniversary.
Mark, not, I don't share it, but my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing as far as my niece. You're wrong, Mark.
I'm confused. What the fuck is going on? The birthdays. What is she trying to say? My birthday's wrong.
Not, I don't share it, but my son.
I don't share my birthday. Or you mean I don't share my anniversary? She fidgeted.
So I'm going to say you and I share a birthday and an anniversary.
Mark, not, I don't share it, but my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing as far as my niece. You're wrong, Mark.
She was trying to say I don't share the birthday. Oh, she was correcting him because he's a fucking idiot. He said I say that you and I share the same birthday, or your anniversary shares a birthday. Let me see what he says.
Great.
My birthday is the same as your anniversary, and she was trying to say no, it's not me.
All day. So I'm going to say you and I share a birthday and an anniversary.
Mark,
see, you and I share a birthday, and anniversary implies that his birthday and the caller's birthday are the same as well as their anniversary, which is wrong. She's saying her anniversary and your birthday are the same. So but he doesn't speak good English. That's not his fault. It's his parents' fault for not teaching him. And the public school system of Miami, Tampa, Florida.
Mark, not, I don't share it, but my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing as far as.
Okay, I don't share it. I don't share it. It being the anniversary. I don't share the anniversary. It's my son who shares it. And then she wants to mention my son, my niece, and my neighbor. My son, my niece, and neighbor all share the same birthday.
Mark, not, I don't share it, but my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing as far as my niece.
My son.
You're wrong, Mark.
The birthdays are the right one as far as my son, my niece, and my neighbors, along with your daughter, like something like that. That's very interesting. This is one of the best callers.
Not, I don't share it, but my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing as far as my niece. You're wrong, Mark. Not, I don't share it, but my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing as far as my niece. You're wrong, Mark.
So I got it wrong too. I was thinking too, like that's one hell of a lie to think of. It would make more sense that this is a very weird truth, and then she just says my anniversary. I'll just make that up. Because this seems like really weird, but no one makes up a lie like that. If this was the truth and this was a lie, they would have just made up the lie of, hey, my son has the same birthday as your daughter. But you're going to go out of your way to make a lie that has 3 people. That makes it an obvious lie, and you'd be giving yourself away. You're only going to name 3 people having the same date as a birthday of someone else if that's the truth. You don't make that shit up. If you're going to make it up, you're just going to say one person. You're not going to name 3 people because that'll seem absurd. You'll be like, that's too much. That'll give it away. So, obviously,
Mark,
that's like fucking 11 in a row.
I don't share it, but my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing as far as my niece. You're wrong, Mark.
You could quietly hear someone say you're wrong.
But my son does. So the birthdays are the right thing as far as my niece. You're wrong, Mark.
Melody, that was an emotional roller coaster. Not since last
kicked my butt. You kicked my butt. You won the mug. You won the t-shirt. Let's see if we can win you a valuable trip. It's time for Warming Up Travel Trivia. January is just horrible for me.
Now, this is where
you won the mug. You won the t-shirt. Let's see if we can win you a valuable trip. It's time for Warming
this
Up
is where
Travel
I mimic the dancer and you rate me on a scale of 1 to 100.
January is just horrible for me.
If
I was a football team, I'd be getting the first draft pick.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. I'd be.
But if you were a baseball player, you'd win national. You'd win
Sherry
Player of the Month.
Chavartsy from Manassas, Virginia. Deja, spin the wheel to see what else Melanie's playing.
If I were a baseball player, if I were a basketball team, I'd get the first draft pick. What is this stupid shit? Is he pulling out these fucking sports metaphors online? Is he like Googling like sports metaphors and he's accessing like a fucking page for like adolescents, like little kids that, what is he doing?
The football team, I'd be getting the first draft pick.
He doesn't even know what that means. He's just he's just saying what he read off the internet before the show. He just copied it exactly, and he just says he doesn't even know what he's talking about. If I were an NBA team, I'd have the first draft pick. What does that mean? I don't know. I have no idea what a draft is. Because that's what he is. He's an actor. I read the line, I memorize it, and I say it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, yes. I'm bad this month.
That's Sherry Chavartsy from Manassas, Virginia.
Manassas, Virginia. That's what my wife had on her breast. You know what she had on her breast that led to breast cancer? A Manassas. And it spread down to her, Virginia. On the west side. The west part. Oh, my ex-wife had a Manassas on her breast. And then it spread to her, Virginia. The west of it, though. Just to the west of it.
Spin the wheel to see what else Melanie's playing for. Okay, you're playing for a great prize, Melanie. A trip for two to the Buccaneer in St. Croix. 7 days, 6 nights in a deluxe oceanfront room. It includes 3 meals daily. That's every meal. It's a prize valued at $9,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck, Melanie.
All right, Melanie, here we go. On yesterday's show, what did I say I once sold when I lived in Tampa?
You sold memberships at a house club outside of Tampa.
That's right. That's right.
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Buccaneer in St. Croix. Founded in the 17th century and family run for generations, the Buccaneer in St. Croix is both historic and modern, building old world charm with warm hospitality and the amenities expected by today's traveler. The Buccaneer is a premier destination resort for golf, tennis, water sports, weddings, honeymoons, and family vacations. Your prize is valued at approximately $9,500.
Melanie, congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. And Kelly, can I say this is like when you got called up to the Madonna stage. This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Melanie,
let me tell you
were
something.
with me. I would have carried you up with me.
Melanie, let me tell you something. You are so full of shit. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. This is nothing like going up on the Madonna stage. And don't you ever compare making a phone call to win a stupid fucking t-shirt to fucking having your titties felt. Although she said she was searching, not feeling, by Madonna. That's true. I said, oh, she's feeling my titties. And then she said, no, honey, I'm looking for them. I'm not feeling them. I'm searching for them. Am I on them? Oh, isn't that sweet? Boy, isn't that fucking so sweet and precious? Where are we at now? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay, time for a break. 5-minute break. Fast forward 5 minutes if you want to see the rest. My fucking cable box is a piece of shit and it fucks up. And so just fast forward or stare at the fucking curtain. Give me $1,000 for 90% of my lifetime earnings. Maybe I'll feel better. That's your fucking style of shark. I don't believe you. Because I know who the fuck you are. I've watched you fucking sprout in front of my fucking eyes. I know every fucking molecule of your DNA and where it comes from. I know who you are. And I know who you pretend to be. I always know who you pretend to be. It's different. No, it's different. It's my dad's money. Erica would be investigating. My dad would be investigating.
Visit freestylelibre.us/Medicare.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, I've been telling everyone.
Liberty. Liberty.
How many people did you tell? Only paid for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
Oh, when you take me by the hand, I feel better again. Oh, I feel better now. When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another option. It works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Do not take with strong citrate A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects are nausea.
All right, continued.
Deja, spin the wheel to see what else Melanie's playing for.
Nope.
What did I say?
I would work November, December, January. At the end of January, I quit. It was just quick 3 months because they knew they needed help because a lot of people were going to gyms, you know, especially after feeling fat after eating Thanksgiving dinner and holiday dinners and vacations and our family dinners and Christmas dinner. And then even though it's Tampa, it's still winter and there's New Year's resolution. There's so much. I made a luncheon commission. And then right when the stock went down, I got out.
When I lived in Tampa.
You sold memberships at a health club outside of Tampa.
That's right. That's right.
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Buccaneer in St. Croix. Founded in the 17th century and family run for generations, the Buccaneer in St. Croix is both historic and modern, blending old world charm with warm hospitality and the amenities expected by today's traveler. The Buccaneer is the premier destination resort for golf, tennis, water sports, weddings, honeymoons, and family vacations. Your prize is valued at approximately $9,500. Melanie, congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. And Kelly, can I say, this is like when you got called up to the Madonna stage. This is so awesome. Thank you so much.
Melanie, I wish you were with me. I would have carried you up with me, and we would have all experienced it together. It was amazing. Congratulations. Now you get to go on your honeymoon.
Right, because it's going to be 35 years. Woo-hoo.
Amazing. Oh, wait, that was the lie. Was that the lie? That was the lie. Oh, never mind. That was the lie.
No, but my honeymoon really is the 31st. I got married March 31st. My son Jeremy got married.
That's also a good day, but
30th.
not an as good day.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that was the lie. Okay, it was the lie, but you only changed the day by 1 day. You got married the 31st, and you changed it to just by 1 day. Okay, clever. So you still know about things about March, so you keep it close. So it's not like you say October and it's like, was it snowing? And you're like, oh crap. How come no one didn't mention the fact that he was talking about Tampa and the place that he fucking and that the place that she won a trip to was called the Buccaneer? You got to be on top of these things. I think it's cool you're going to a place called the Buccaneer, a resort called the Buccaneer, after we just talked about my job in Tampa.
It was amazing. Congratulations. Now you get to go on your honeymoon.
Right, because it's going to be 35 years. Woo-hoo.
Amazing. Oh, wait, that was the lie. Was that the lie? That was the lie. Oh, never mind. That was the lie.
No, but my honeymoon really is the 31st. I got married March 31st. My son Jeremy got married.
That's also a good day, but
30th.
not an as good day.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, now you get to make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a Roomba vacuum cleaner from iRobot. So please pick a number between 1 and 83.
I'm going to pick number 44.
44.
No more vacuuming.
top of some questions. Coming up next, Bryce Dallas Howard.
It's mac and cheese. What the fuck?
So I didn't think I needed Swiffer until I saw how easily it picked up my...
Nobody likes vacuuming. Good call. Good call, Kelly. Great call, Oda Mae Brown.
Tip number 44.
Rewarding and great.
Now, are some actors and actresses that are Nepo Babies talented, but probably not talented enough to get the roles they get? And there's people that are talented, that are more talented and probably more deserving of that role? Yes. Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, look, we just need an actress that's like a 7. Well, this girl's a 9. She's willing to do it for the amount of money we ask her. We see she'd be great. Yeah, well, my daughter will do it too. Yeah, but let's put my daughter in it, because even though she's not a 9, she's a 7.5, and she'll do. She's good enough. And plus, I could give her like twice as much money.
They want you to miss what you want. I'm making that kick. The FanDuel Kick of Destiny 2, live Super Bowl Sunday with $10 million on the line. Make your free pick now on FanDuel.
It could be, this month could be crossed off our calendar permanently.
It should be called I Stamped on Mark.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I crushed Mark.
I crushed Mark.
Yeah.
On tomorrow's show, Ariana DeBose will be.
Probably because you were so fucking high. You were so fucking
And my good buddy Cole Sprouse will be here.
And Strive for More in 24 Super Seniors Week continues with nutrition tips for healthy aging. Is it like, are you going to tell us something amazing?
Eat blueberries.
There's some interesting things.
All right, but like ice cream?
Well,
You know, I always hope that one day they're going to be like, you know, we found conclusive proof that devil dogs improve your life.
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Is it
All right,
blueberry
she's an
ice
amazing
cream?
talent on screen and behind the camera. Please welcome back to the show, Bryce Dallas Howard.
No, I'm so excited.
Yo, check out Bryce with the thigh, showing that fucking, letting daddy know. I'm all grown up, motherfucker. Look at that. She's letting daddy know with that slit in that skirt. She's letting dad, look at that slit, showing that pasty ass fucking thigh. She's letting daddy know I'm all grown up, motherfucker, and I suck cock. Lots of it.
No, I'm so excited.
It's so funny. I forget like who's been here with Mark and who hasn't.
This is our
But it's
first.
like you feel like I know you.
Oh.
I mean, of course,
Okay.
because
Well,
of
it's
everything.
very
So,
mutual.
Look at this. This girl's going all the way up to her ass. Look at this. Look at this. This girl's got that slit all the way going up to her fucking ass cheek, and then there's fucking back of her ass. You could almost see like a little fucking, oh my God. I don't think she's wearing underwear, and I think that is her fucking pubic hair. Oh my God. Bryce. Yeah. Someone decided to go wear their birthday suit on live national morning television and went a little too far with the skirt, with the slit. Okay. Well, that's a choice. As actors, we all have choices. Someone's mad at Daddy.
Of course, because it's everything.
Very mutual.
Cool.
That's nice.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Or someone's going through a divorce or a separation or having a big fight with their husband and they want to get him back. She's going to show her husband that little replay in slow motion and be like, you sure you want to divorce me? Lose my daddy's fortune and all this bush? Jesus,
I understand you've taken up a new hobby since you've been here.
Yes.
Tell me.
Well, I'm middle-aged now,
Okay.
and these things
You're
sneak up on you.
middle-aged?
Yes, I'm 42.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 43.
I guess
I mean, how long do
I would
we
say-
live for, right? Yeah. Let's
okay.
do math. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm also middle-aged, and you're much younger than me. And Joyce and Gelman are also middle-aged, and they're much older than I am.
So you're a kid.
I would say you're very middle-aged.
It's the rich. I say I am the oldest of the young and the youngest of the old.
There you go. You're in a good
that's like
spot.
the early
Yeah,
40s.
you're in a
That's
great
called the
spot.
middle.
So what
That's called
is it?
middle
It's
age.
funny because I've never had a hobby before because
Because your age is in the middle of everyone else's age. What are your hobbies? Have been what? Watching my dad direct films and acting? That's
oldest of the young and the youngest of the old.
There you go. You're in a good
That's like
spot.
the early 40s
You're in a
kind of
great
area.
spot.
So what
But
is it?
so it's funny because I've never had a hobby before because my work is so
Yes.
rewarding and great and I love doing it. And just a couple of years ago, I stumbled upon a kit of like a watercolor kit. A friend gave it
she
to me.
goes, because my work is so rewarding and so great. She's like, because my work is so rewarding and so great. What she really wants to say is because my dad keeps on putting me in films.
It's the rich. I say I am the oldest of.
My dad keeps on hooking me up with jobs through his friends. And I'm constantly working because my dad constantly gives me jobs to put money in my pocket. Ever since I was 10.
I would say you're very middle-aged.
It's the rich. I say I am the oldest of the young and the youngest of the old.
There you go. You're in a good
That's like
spot.
the early 40s.
You're in a
I mean, when she was probably 7 years old, she probably got her first job as Henry Winkler's assistant, helping out for a day. And he probably paid her $1,000 to organize his pens and paper on his desk and throw out his garbage and probably, oh, thanks. Here's $100.
great
kind of
spot.
area.
So what is it?
So it's funny because I've never had a hobby before because my work is so rewarding and great and I love doing it. And just a couple of years ago, I stumbled upon a kit of like a watercolor kit. A friend gave it to me. And it's like heroin to me. I am obsessed with
watercolor is so hard.
Well, that's what everyone says, but not unless you actually care about what you're painting.
Oh,
If you don't, oh my gosh,
beautiful.
this was very early.
No, it's
No, but
great.
that's amazing.
Oh gosh.
Whoa.
I did
These
that
are
with my sister.
watercolors?
Yeah, these are all watercolors, and it's a very freeing medium because you let the water and the paint do so much of the work, and you just need to trust it.
No,
And,
but you have to have artistry to be able to do it.
Yeah,
was that that's not a painting book with the
No. It's just fun, but these are skills that can be learned and explored. It's not. I don't believe that there's an inherent talent that it's oh, you have it and you don't.
You may have it. You may have it. Are you getting asked to commission? Are you people asking you to do things?
Well, it's yes, honestly, and it's very overwhelming because it's all from my nieces and nephews, and
gosh.
they're really demanding, and they think I have skills far beyond what I actually do. And
Can you watercolor Taylor Swift is what they're asking you.
Right. They have not asked me to watercolor Taylor Swift, and I would not be able to do her justice at all. But no, it's really funny. I just did a little watercolor class with a watercolor influencer that just posted yesterday, Emma LaFave, and it's a picture of Chip, who's in Argylle, first time getting to paint a cat, and my niece over the holidays I was like, what? Yeah, there's the picture.
That's amazing.
Well, this is like a class that she taught me, and if I was to do it again, I would do some things differently. But it's really fun,
No, but that's not a coloring book that you're painting. That's just
that's watercolor. That's watercolor. But it's fine. And if you go onto her channel, you can. There's a traceable that you can get, and you can join in and all that kind of stuff. But it's really interesting. You never kind of know what someone is going to ask you for. And I have a niece who's very feminine and very sweet, and she's 3 years old. And I was like, what would you like? I'll paint you anything. What would you like? And she looked at me and she goes, a serpent. And I was like, right, okay, here we go. Oh, yeah,
I like the way she thinks.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of butterflies, which is a little bit more common. Logos of things. My nephews love me to do logos of teams and stuff like that. Yeah.
We should commission Bryce to do something for our
Kelly
show.
Mark logo. Yeah, Kelly Mark logo.
Oh my God, I am not worthy.
No, you can do it. Trust me. I saw the Argylle. I mean, look at our logo. It's very basic.
All right, we got to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to find out about acting opposite a cat. When we return.
Still ahead of life. Not sure about planning for retirement? We'll tell you what you can do as we strive for more in 24.
I am not worthy.
You can do it.
When we come back, we're going to find out about acting opposite a cat. When we return.
Still ahead of life. Not sure about planning for retirement? We'll tell you what you can do as we strive for more in 24.
It's time to say goodbye.
My mom's Alzheimer's. Stop planning for retirement. We'll tell you what you can do as we strive for more in 24.
Comedy.
Oh my God.
Do? Leave him to fend for himself? Come on.
Be fine. Cat ladies always die alone. The cats figure it out.
Continue.
We are busy running a social media empire.
Please, Blanche. You and Rose founded Creakin', a sex app for seniors.
Loved it. One more.
BroadwayInChicago.com. Had to bring the cat.
What did you expect me to do? Leave him to fend for himself? Come on.
Be fine. Cat ladies always die alone. The cats figure it out.
I am not a cat lady. I'm not. And what's your problem with my cat? Exactly. He's really cute. He's cuddly. He's loyal.
Please.
He's kind.
You suddenly drop dead. That cat's chewing your ears off within 48 hours max.
Which, with you around, gets more likely by the minute.
Oh, Oscar nomination.
In the backpack.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a scene from Argylle, of course.
So that cat is Matthew Vaughn and Claudia Schiffer's cat, and the family cat.
Okay.
Chip, and he's adorable. And
so cute. So he hired his own cat.
Well, he's a Nepo cat.
Yeah, he's a Nepo cat.
Yeah. He's a Nepo cat. These things happen. I would.
Oh my God.
Oh, of course. Ron Howard's daughter's gonna make a Nepo joke, making like, yeah, we're all Nepo. Like,
Chip, and he's adorable. And
so cute. So he hired his own cat.
Well, he's a Nepo cat.
Yeah, he's a Nepo cat.
Yeah. He's a Nepo cat. These things happen. I would.
Oh my God.
So
cute. So
No.
really, he's
She's
right.
very
That is a
cute.
cute cat.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but your character is a cat lady, and you.
I'm a hardcore cat.
How many
lady.
cats do you have?
Also,
So right now, 3 cats. But I grew up with my parents were always adopting cats, and it was sort of at one point we had 20 cats, and so yeah.
That's a farm.
Yeah, yes, that's what we
farm.
pretended. Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, my father owned a farm. He bought an old farm and stopped farming on it. We had 35 acres. We had a farm. There was our house, and then there were 4 guest houses, and each guest house was like worth $1 million.
Adopting cats, and it was sort of at one point we had 20 cats, and so yeah.
That's a farm.
Yeah, yes, that's what we
farm.
pretended. Yes.
tell us about. We can do a deep dive into the 20 cats, but tell us about the movie.
Yes. Okay, so it's a movie that has a cat, and so. So I'm this lady who's a novelist, and she writes these spy novels about this character Argylle, played by Henry Cavill, who's this like perfection, this perfect idealized version of a spy. And let me tell y'all, it's real. When you're around him, you're like,
you get it.
Yes.
Like when I did the read through for the movie, I was sitting next to Sam Rockwell, and Sam at one point was like, "Are your glasses steaming up every time Henry talks? Like, are you overheating?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." He could feel it. And Sam plays a real spy. And that's really what a real spy is more like. You need to be able to be a chameleon. And, you're not like walking into a room and everyone was like, that kind of thing. Yeah. And Matthew Vaughn makes these just like super fun action comedy spectacle insane movies, and this is one of those. And there's lots of twists and turns.
And the cat was easy to work with, not a diva.
No, well, so here's the thing. I thought the cat was perfect to work with, and I find that if sometimes people have like allergies to cats or something, they don't ever like give the cat the benefit of the doubt,
Right.
and so they're I sometimes have this argument where they're like, cat was a diva. Cat wouldn't come out of the trailer. The temperature wasn't right. The cat wasn't working. And I was like, exactly. So the cat deserves treatment beyond any of us, of course.
Of course. Well, it's always, you worry about the animals on the more than people.
Argylle is in theaters and IMAX this Friday, February 2nd. Next planning for retirement at any age. Stick around.
City of Hope, reward.
Temperature wasn't right. The cat wasn't working. And I was like, exactly. So the cat deserves treatment beyond any of us, of course.
Of course. Well, it's always, you worry about the animals on the more than people.
Argylle is in theaters and IMAX this Friday, February 2nd. Next planning for retirement at any age. Stick around.
Wouldn't come out of the trailer. The temperature wasn't right. The cat wasn't working. And I was like, exactly. So the cat deserves treatment beyond any. Like super fun action comedy spectacle insane movies, and this is one of those. And there's lots of twists and turns.
And the cat was easy to work with, not a diva.
No, well, so here's the thing. I thought the cat was perfect to work with, and I find that if sometimes people have like allergies to cats or something, they don't ever like give the cat the benefit of the doubt,
Right.
and so they're I sometimes have this argument where they're like, cat was a diva. Cat wouldn't come out of the trailer. The temperature wasn't right. The cat wasn't working. And I was like, exactly. So the cat deserves treatment beyond any of us, of course.
Of course. Well, it's. I love it.
Add some dividends, stocks, and tea box, and then there's bonds.
Wait a second. Author of Made.
Pioneering treatments worldwide, pushing the limits of what's possible. And now we're closer than ever for patients in Northern Illinois. Call now.
Welcome back. Today we have some great advice on planning for retirement at any age. Please welcome the author of Made Whole, the practical guide to reaching your financial goals. She's known as the Budgetnista, Tiffany Aliche.
Welcome back. Thank you for being here. The book is fabulous. Let's get started with retirement goals. Where to begin?
Yeah, how do we plan?
So first you want to identify what are your actual goals. You're going to ask yourself, how much does my life cost me right now annually? Okay. You're going to multiply that times how many years you think you're going to be in retirement, typically about 30 years. Okay. But keep in mind that we usually spend about 75 to 80% of what we're actually spending now because we're not out and about as much. Mm-hmm. And you might want to also consider Social Security, how that might add to it.
Okay. Yeah. We have to decide where to put our retirement money, right?
Yes.
So what are our options?
And so you're not just saving for retirement.
Too late. I'm going to die.
Let's get started with retirement goals. Where to begin?
Yeah, how do we plan?
So first you want to identify what are your actual goals. You're going to ask yourself, how much does my life cost me right now annually? Okay. You're going to multiply that times how many years you think you're going to be in retirement, typically about 30 years.
So you want to have so if it's 2000, that's 24. So you want to have $720,000 saved up. If you're going to spend $2,000 a month on living your life, and for whatever you want to do, you need to save up $720,000. If you want to go on a lot of vacations, you might have to have possibly anywhere to about $2.5 million saved up.
But keep in mind that we usually
so but when you have $2.5 million, you're good to go for 30 years. So if you retire when you're 65 and you have 2.5 million, that means that's going to last you till you're 95. If you figure like, dude, I'm probably going to die before 80, then you can retire at 50 and say, look, I'm retiring at 50. I'm probably not going to make it to 80. And you just figure, hey, if I make it to 80 and I'm broke, fuck it. I'll be in some poor ass home. Something will happen. You just, you don't think about it now. We'll worry about that later. Worst words anyone could ever say. We'll worry about it later.
That times how many years you think you're going to be in retirement, typically about 30 years. Okay. But keep in mind that we usually spend about 75 to 80% of what we're actually spending now because we're not out and about as much. Mm-hmm. And you might want to also consider Social Security, how that might add to it.
Okay. Yeah. We have to decide where to put our retirement money, right?
Yes.
So what are our options?
And so you're not just saving for retirement, you're investing for retirement because you want your money to grow. So 401k, I'm sure you've heard of that before. Yes. And so a 401k in a traditional IRA, which is an individual retirement account, allows you to put money in now, and it allows you to save on taxes because you put your money pre-tax dollars in now.
Pre-tax dollars. So you don't get taxed on that money?
Right now. But when you take it out, you will get taxed.
Okay.
So
right. Should we just leave it in there forever until
retirement? Ideally, right? And then if you are self-employed, you can do something called a SEP. But the opposite end of that really is something called a Roth IRA. Mm-hmm. And that's money that you've already had taxed. Mm-hmm. You're going to put it into this retirement account and you get to withdraw, especially the gains, tax-free. So it's like you're going to pay taxes later or now.
Yeah.
And so that's really great. And so if you consider that $23,000 is the maximum you can put in your 401k right now. Mm-hmm. But if you're a seasoned citizen, right, and that means you're 50 or older, you could do something called catch-up contributions.
Or seasons.
We're seasoned citizens. We are seasoned citizens. I love that.
What about calculating your retirement mix? What is that?
So you want to get a little bit mixy. So typically when you're thinking about retirement, you're thinking $1,000 is the maximum you can put in your 401k right now. Mm-hmm. But if you're a seasoned citizen, right, and that means you're 50 or older, you could do something called catch-up contributions.
We're seasoned citizens. We are seasoned citizens. I love that.
Well, not Mark. Mark was born in Spain, and he lived in Canada, so Mark doesn't count.
Calculating your retirement mix. What is that?
So you want to get a little bit mixy. So typically when you're thinking about retirement and you're thinking about investing, there's stocks and then there's bonds, right? So stocks are a little bit riskier, but high risk, high reward, right?
Yeah, but what if you're exceptionally risk averse?
So bonds are something where that is also an investment, but it's a little bit more conservative. But there is something called the 110 rule when you're going to get mixy. So you're going to take your age, right, and subtract 110 and subtract your age from that.
Oh my
and it'll
God.
tell you, so we're 20, obviously.
We're 20 years old.
So that means you're going to take 20 out of 110, and then the higher number, 90, is what you're going to invest in stocks, and then 10% into bonds. And if you do
so
that,
be more risky.
The younger you are, yes.
The younger you are. You say it's a smart move to automate your funds and moving to retirement?
Yeah, so automation is a new discipline. Automation doesn't have a terrible memory like I do.
Yeah.
Automation doesn't have an attitude like my little sister. Automation is going to do exactly what you tell it to do until you tell it to stop. So don't just automate your bills, also automate for your future as well.
So smart.
Excellent. This is great. All right, when we come back, more with Tiffany on planning for retirement. Stick around.
Stay social with us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. See all your favorite moments and everything you might have missed.
I think I'm going to get into this. I could talk to you like this. I could point to you to do things.
That's live. Ariana DeBose and Cole Sprouse. If you point at me with that pipe, I'm going to point at you with a machete.
Because you have a special message.
There's a light that always shines on me.
Brusjhng.
Everybody say to do each and every little thing. Oh, you must know what it's like. Baby, you must know what it's like. Love somebody the way I love you.
Ooh, two sisters kissing on the lips. Sounds like my kind of party.
New Samsung Galaxy S24 on us.
Okay, we are back with Tiffany Aliche. Stop what you're doing. We are planning for retirement right now. Even if you don't think you need to, you need to. Tell us about this 4% rule.
So the way the 4% rule works, Kelly, is that if you withdraw no more than 4% from your retirement account and you adjust for inflation every single year, it should be able to last you for 30 years for the length of your retirement.
Okay.
And so we want to be mindful, though, that you're actually funding the account. So let's go like decade by decade.
How do we do that?
So in your 20s and 30s, you want to be ideally setting aside 10 to 15%. If you're in your 40s, 15 to 25%. 50s, 25 to 35%, and 60s and above, depending on where you are, you'll adjust up or down.
Okay.
And that kind of makes sense because as you get older, you kind of find yourself spending less money because in most people, as they get older, they stop going out. 10 to 15% you could save, but when you're 50 or 30, like 25 to 35%. But usually when you're 50s, you're not going out to bars and clubs and spending $5 on a bottle of beer or, $28 on a bottle of wine, or you're not going out to maybe dinner as much. Maybe the dinner you will, but going out to bars, clubs, when you're in your 50s, you're more likely to spend more time at home watching TV and eating just food from groceries. So you don't spend as much money as you did when you were 20. So it's kind of easier to save that much money because, usually people in their 50s aren't going to bars and clubs and going out to concerts as often and frequently, and not going to parties, just parties at their friend's house and, stuff. Usually in the 20s, people spend a significantly lot more money on alcohol, tobacco, recreational drugs, not as much as they do in their 50s. So you actually have more money to invest. So when it comes to saving 25 to 35, it's not that big of a deal because, now if you're in the 50s and you're living the same way you were in your 20s, 25 to 35% might be a lot for you.
Got it. Tell me about health savings accounts.
So So health savings accounts are these really great tax advantage.
Mark's like, wait, hold on a second. How do you spell accounts? Can you spell that for me, please, real quick? I don't know.
Accounts.
So health savings accounts are these really great tax advantage accounts because you can put the money in and save on taxes, and then you can withdraw it and also not have to pay taxes on the money you withdraw.
So as long as you spend that on medical
expenses.
Okay.
Yes, because
is plastic surgery included in that? Just asking for any friends.
These are things like co-pays, you know, like, you know. And so the great thing about it is that let's just say you hit 65, there are something called like an FSA, and that if you don't use it, you do lose it. But with an HSA, you don't lose it.
Okay.
And